Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you ready to conquer the wild world of first dates? Because today, we're not just talking about avoiding awkward silences and food-in-your-teeth moments. We're going deeper. We're uncovering the secrets to creating truly meaningful connections that go beyond that initial encounter. Look, I know first dates can be nerve-wracking. You want to make a good impression, but you also want to be yourself, right? It's a delicate balance. But here's the thing. Authenticity is key. People can spot a fake from a mile away. So instead of trying to be someone you're not, focus on showcasing your best self, your genuine self. And that starts with understanding the common pitfalls that can sabotage your chances before you even get started. Unlocking first date success, your guide to authentic connection. Let's dive right in with a mistake that often stems from the best of intentions. Mistake number 1, the over-planner trap. Now, planning is important, don't get me wrong, but there's a fine line between having a thoughtful idea for your date and orchestrating every minute detail like a military operation. Over-planning can suck the spontaneity right out of the experience. Imagine this. You've booked a fancy restaurant, followed by a trip to an escape room, and then a late-night comedy show. Sounds impressive, right? But what if your date is a vegetarian and the restaurant only serves steak? Or what if they're claustrophobic and the escape room triggers anxiety? Suddenly, your perfectly crafted plan turns into a recipe for disaster. Chill out. Flexibility is key. As the saying goes, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. The most memorable moments often arise from unexpected detours and spontaneous decisions. So instead of locking yourself into a rigid schedule, opt for a more flexible approach. Suggest a few options and be open to your date's preferences. Maybe you start with drinks at a cozy bar, and then, if the vibe is right, you suggest checking out that new jazz club you've been wanting to try. Trust me, embracing spontaneity shows that you're adaptable and fun-loving, two qualities that are incredibly attractive in a potential partner. Now, let's talk about a mistake that can instantly derail a first date. Mistake number 2, the X-Files. Okay, folks, this is a cardinal sin of first dates. Talking about your ex is like bringing a suitcase full of emotional baggage to a romantic picnic. It's heavy, it's unnecessary, and it's going to weigh down the whole experience. Think about it from your date's perspective. They're trying to get to know you, not the person you used to be with. Every time you mention your ex, you're essentially inviting them into the conversation, creating a third wheel that no one wants. Focus on the future, not the past. Now, I understand that sometimes exes come up organically in conversation. Maybe you're talking about a shared hobby or a travel experience, but the key is to keep it brief and neutral. Don't dwell on the past, don't compare your date to your ex, and definitely don't launch into a detailed recount of your messy breakup. Instead, focus on creating new memories and building a connection with the person in front of you. Ask them about their passions, their dreams, their favorite things in life. Show genuine curiosity and let them know that you're fully present in the moment. All right, let's move on to a mistake that can subtly sabotage your chances of a second date. The interviewer. Have you ever been on a date where you felt like you were being interrogated? You know, the kind of date where the questions come rapid fire. What do you do for a living? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your deepest fears? While it's important to show interest in your date, bombarding them with intense questions can create a stressful and uncomfortable atmosphere. Remember, a first date should be a fun and relaxed opportunity to get to know someone, not a job interview. Keep it light and breezy. So how do you avoid falling into the interviewer trap? First, focus on open-ended questions that encourage conversation rather than one-word answers. Instead of asking, "Do you like to travel?" try, "What's the most interesting place you've ever visited?" Second, be mindful of your body language. Lean in, make eye contact, and smile. This shows that you're engaged and genuinely interested in what your date has to say. And most importantly, remember to share about yourself as well. A first date is a two-way street. Offer your own stories, experiences, and perspectives. This creates a sense of balance and allows for a more authentic connection. Mistake number 4, the conversation monopolizer. First dates are all about getting to know each other, which requires a balanced conversation. However, some people get so caught up in their own stories and experiences that they forget to listen to their date. They dominate the conversation, leaving their date feeling like an audience member rather than an active participant. Now, I understand that nerves can sometimes lead to oversharing or rambling, but it's important to be mindful of how much space you're taking up in the conversation. Remember to ask your date questions, listen attentively to their responses, and show genuine interest in what they have to say. Sharing is caring, but don't hog the spotlight. A good conversation is like a tennis match. There should be a natural back-and-forth flow. If you find yourself doing most of the talking, take a step back and give your date a chance to share their thoughts thoughts and experiences. Here's a helpful trick. Try to follow the 2 ears, 1 mouth rule. Listen twice as much as you speak. This will not only help you learn more about your date, but also show them that you value their perspective. All right, let's talk about a mistake that's become increasingly common in our digital age. Mistake number 5, the phone phantom. In today's world, our phones are practically glued to our hands. But on a first date, your phone should be the last thing on your mind. Constantly checking your notifications, texting, or scrolling through social media sends a clear message to your date. You're not as important as whatever's happening on my phone. Not exactly the foundation for a romantic connection, is it? Disconnect to connect. Put your phone away. Silence it, put it in your bag, or better yet, leave it in your car. Give your date your undivided attention. Make eye contact, listen actively, and be present in the moment. This shows respect and demonstrates that you're truly interested in getting to know them. Remember, a first date is a precious opportunity to connect with someone new. Don't let technology get in the way of building a genuine connection. Now that we've covered some of the most common first date mistakes, let's shift our focus to a more positive note. Beyond avoiding these pitfalls, what can you do to actually create a memorable and meaningful first date experience? How can you make a genuine connection that goes beyond surface-level conversation? Let's talk about how to actually make a genuine connection, because ultimately that's what we all want, right? To find someone who truly gets us, who sees us for who we are, and who sparks that undeniable spark of attraction. Level up your dating game. Authenticity is key. So how do you achieve that? Well, it all starts with being authentically you. Embrace your quirks, your passions, your unique personality. Don't try to be someone you're not just to impress your date, because here's the secret: people are drawn to authenticity. When you're genuine, you radiate confidence and allow others to connect with the real you. Think about the people you're most drawn to. Are they the ones who are constantly trying to fit in, or are they the ones who are comfortable in their own skin, who embrace their individuality, and who aren't afraid to be vulnerable? Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but it's actually a superpower. It takes courage to be open and honest about who you are, about your hopes and dreams, and even your fears and insecurities. But when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you create space for deeper connection. Vulnerability is strength. Let your true self shine. Now, I'm not suggesting you spill your deepest secrets on a first date, but don't be afraid to share your passions, your values, and what makes you tick. Let your date see the real you, the beautiful, messy, perfectly imperfect you. Another key to creating a genuine connection is to be present. Put your phone away, listen attentively, and engage in the conversation. Ask thoughtful questions, share your own experiences, and be genuinely curious about your date's perspective. One of my favorite ways to foster connection is to find common ground. Look for shared interests, values, or experiences. Maybe you both love hiking, or you're passionate about the same cause, or you've both had similar travel experiences. Finding common ground creates a sense of familiarity and allows you to build a connection on a foundation of shared passions. And most importantly, don't forget to have fun. A first date should be an enjoyable experience. Relax, be yourself, and let your personality shine. If you're having a good time, your date will likely feel it too. Remember, dating is a journey, not a destination. It's about exploring connections, learning about yourself, and ultimately finding someone who complements your life and brings out the best in you. Go forth and conquer. You got this. So go out there and rock those first dates. Be authentic, be present, be vulnerable, and most importantly, be yourself. You've got this. And if you stumble along the way, don't worry. We all make mistakes. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep learning and growing. The right person will appreciate you for exactly who you are. Thanks for watching, and happy dating. Don't forget to subscribe for more dating advice and relationship tips. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let's spread the love and help everyone navigate the exciting world of dating.